Oh, oh my quads. Oh God, there we go. Welcome. This is a total experiment, and all you'll need is a rug from the floor and 2 cushions from the couch. While I love to theme yin yoga classes poetically with mythology or ancient wisdom from traditional Chinese medicine, this is a short and simple little home practice, no fancy props needed. And if you too were invited to a weightlifting session and now you can barely walk, this class is for you. Tight quads, soreness, tenderness in your hip flexors, you're going to enjoy it. So let's begin quite simply. You can have your cushions to one side. I'll meet you on your hands and knees somewhere on the middle of your rug. Spread wide your fingers. Please tuck your toes under. This is important. Start to open up the soles of your feet, which really become a gateway into the entirety of your beautiful body. Receive your breath. Inhale, lift your tailbone up a lot and your chin just subtly. Exhale, curl your tailbone down and under and draw your chin in and really push into your palms. Good. Take a few more of these rounds. Just really inviting yourself to slow down. The beauty of yin is it's not destination orientated. It can be a beautiful inward journey, deep discovery. And today I'm hoping more of just a sweet focus on soothing your physical body. So when you come back to a 4-point position, you can grab one of your cushions, possibly 2, and just slide it to the front part of your left thigh. I'm going to go 2 today because I'm like extra sore. From here, step your right foot forward. And commonly in yin, this is known as a dragon. So you've got your right foot forward. It's okay if your knee overshoots your heels. Cushions are specifically under your thigh bone on the left leg. This is very different than underneath your knee. So under the thigh bone. Ooh, it's already working for me. Now, if you ever feel like you get a little bit stuck, like something's just locking or compressing in the front of your hip, it could be as simple as toe heeling your right foot out wider, even turning your toes out slightly in an external rotation. And if you let your right thigh bone kind of roll out externally, that might release the compression for you. It's possibly bone on bone. The birds agree. So right now I'm up on my fingertips, which is actually stimulating 5 different meridian lines in each hand. You can also go flat palms, and if you've got blocks at home, blocks are wonderful to have underneath your hands to lift through your chest, and that will target more stomach and spleen meridians through your solar plexus area. You're also very welcome to come down to your forearms. And sometimes I even like to use my hands just to cradle my skull, or even thumbs to the very base of your eyebrow hairs. And there's a little acupressure point there for your urinary and bladder channels if you wish to. Let the weight of your skull really sink into the pressure of your thumb tips. And so yin is so beautiful, really, for its structural simplicity. And so really the intention is once you've found a comfortable edge, which means, you're feeling it on a physical level, but that level of feeling is not painful, it's not affecting your breath strenuously, then really it's about staying a while. And the staying a while is usually over 2 minutes in general. And once you've kind of found your sweet spot, like personally I'm in now, I can feel a deep pulling actually in my inner groin line and a softer opening on the front of my left hip. Then it's to explore even a moment of stillness. And just bringing your attention back to your right foot. You can even wiggle your toes a little, get a sense of where your foot is. Then press down into your right foot. Move the density of your hips back over your supporting knee. Now in this position, you can literally take your cushions and just slide them back behind you. And that way, when you sit down, you can sit right on the cushions, and that's immediately going to reduce the amount of flexion in your knee, the amount of pressure, so it's just safer. Some of you at home might simply want to stay up here, just kneeling. This is totally effective on the front of your foot, either side of your shin, and over the femur bone here. Now, if you're feeling like your knee joint's okay and your ankle joint will allow you, you can also explore sliding your cushions back further. And when you do this, now, sitting bones touching the floor, you can bring your cushions in right at your sacroiliac area. So this one's commonly called half hero. I've got my left heel just outside of my left hip. It is a slight internal rotation on the thigh bone, so that's not available for everybody, and can be delicious on the quads when they're super sore. So options here, you can walk your hands back and just start to lay your spine down on the cushions. Oh, that feels lovely. I'm going to keep going, and I'm guessing that my head, is going to tip back a little further than my chest. So that's giving me a very mild inversion. Nothing too major, so I'd say that this is absolutely fine. Now, a softer variation of this is just to relax your arms either side of your body. Personally, for me today, I'm really wanting the physical feeling. So another option, slightly more intense, catch your elbows and let your arms be drawn overhead. And what this is doing is it's pulling on the fascia here, the superficial front line, and just increasing a bit more tension in the front line fascia, but also meridians. Also really lovely to help with digestion. If you ever have a delicious Sunday lunch like I have, this is just going to help your beautiful body digest as well through the stomach and spleen channels. So this is really subtle, but just notice what you are feeling in and around your knee joint. And if there's any sensitivity building to the inside of your knee joint, here's something that you could explore. It's to bend your free leg. That's probably the right leg. Pop your right foot on the floor. Now you could stay here or lower your right knee out to the right. Yeah, there it is. It's so subtle, but this is going to probably tilt your hips slightly. And as your left hip lifts, even just a fraction, it tends to reduce the pressurizing in like the inner meniscus area of your left knee. As you stay with your body and just noticing different sensations, just keep a watchful eye out for anything that you might be feeling around your inner shoulder joints. As an example, my hands are now starting to get cooler. And you definitely don't want to stay in a pose to the point that your hands are like fully pins and needling or tingling. So just keeping an awareness there. I'm going to exit this posture a little differently than I usually do. I'm going to invite you to rest your arms down first by the sides of your body and just have a moment. A whole lot of love and awareness here for your left knee. I'm going to invite you to press your right elbow into the floor. This way you can curl your body over to the right and then just gently slide your left knee out under pressure. And then you can readjust into a little fetal pose, just curled up here on the right side of your mat. And let's use a free hand or a pillow to hold your head. It's just important to notice if you're kind of holding your body right now or bracing. Is there a way that you could just adjust your limbs a little to fully surrender your bones back to gravity, to the pull of the Great Mother? When you feel ready to move, you can use your left and then your right hand to push into the earth. I'm going to turn towards the back of your mat and readjust your body for a moment in a child's pose. Now, for this one, we're really focusing more on your quads, so the width or the distance of your knees being wide doesn't matter so much. I'm going to choose to bring mine in a little closer so that I'll feel it more on the top parts of my legs rather than the interior. And you can always grab a cushion or some kind of support for your head. Yeah, and that little compression in the front of the hips is positive as long as there's no pinching or pain. And then today, rest your arms behind you. There's a possibility of your hands just cupping softly your heels or the soles of your feet. Go for it. As your body starts to sink in, you might want to reduce the cushioning. You just notice an echo in your body of like carrying something that you would prefer to put down. Just have this moment with yourself now. Like imagine, oof, yeah, bracing or that holding that I've been in, that little tensional physical pattern. I'm just going to lay it down for a moment. And it can be the little things too, you know, like meeting new people or having a new experience and just, you know, subconsciously your body just whoop, tightens a little bit. It's holding itself. Okay. Please slide your hands forward now, roughly underneath your shoulders, and mindfully push into the earth so that you can lift your chest up again. So really simple. We're just going to explore the other side of your body. So if you're working with cushions, you can grab them. Ooh. I'm going to put this one on top just because it's pretty. And as you return onto your hands and knees, this time it's going to be your left foot that steps forward for a dragon variation. You can go up dragon with your hands on your knees and your chest lifting. So beautiful. The birds right now are dancing on the sunflowers, trying to get seeds. So cute. And if you feel a little bit stuck in your front hip, remember you can always move your left foot wider to the left, and you can even shift it into more of an external rotation if that feels better. It shifts the focus on the meridians, but again, today is just more about a physical, a literal release than some of the other classes, which can be more meridian-based. So I don't mind using my hands. I'm going to stay up on all my fingertips for a little while. These little gestures, while it's adding some yang to the yin, it's really positive in that it strengthens your hands. So if you do like vinyasa yoga or active yoga, being up on your fingertips is great. It'll really support your down dogs, your side planks, arm balances, all that kind of thing. You can always play with your levels. If you're high, explore going low. I can never speak for your body, but I notice when I go low, I feel more of like a pulling, stretch sensation underneath my glute, a little bit into the hamstrings, the front leg. And when I'm high, I'll feel the focus a little bit more on the inner thigh of the front leg and the hip flexor, a little bit psoas of the back leg. So when I'm teaching like public classes and studios, I always time every single posture. But for me, when I'm doing like just a little home practice, I don't time myself. I just let it be more intuitive. I'm responsible for my own body. So while this is it's a public video, a little gift, I'm just using an internal clock right now to time. Okay, so if you're down low, I'm going to invite you to come back up to your hands. Really feel your left foot on the floor. This is like your guide. Push down into your left foot so you can move your hip bones back. Take your cushions, just slide them down the inside of your right leg. And that way you can sit on your cushions and just kind of check in with like, whew, how's my right leg feeling today, right knee? Remember, you can always stay up high. Nothing wrong with that at all. This is a pose right here. I'm going to go back a little deeper today. And I've got both cushions behind me as support. Right into the lower back. Now, if your hips are not perfectly symmetrical, I'm going to leave that up to you. I feel that it's still okay to lay back as long as you don't experience any back pain. Oh, yum. And then same thing, either relax your arms down side. You can always rest your hands on your rib cage or your tummy to like deepen your breath with this one. Deep belly breaths, also known as diaphragmatic breathing. And if you choose to catch your elbows, you can switch the grip and then just draw your elbows overhead. I'm going to add the variation that I did on the other side by bending my left leg. I bent my left leg. I just kind of scooped my tailbone down and forward. So what that's doing is it's lessening the lordotic curve in my lower back area, and it's also increasing the tension on my front quadricep area. And then from here, I'm gonna lay my left leg out to the left, which tends to soften it again. But yeah, it soothes any pressure on the inner knee joint. You are absolutely welcome to stay for longer. Personally, I'm going to start to make my way out, kind of pushing my left elbow into the floor. You can move your right arm over your torso and just mindfully curl over. Sometimes you might need to push your cushions back a little bit so you can snuggle over into a fetal pose on your left side. The idea is the blood drains as well through your right leg. So if you ever need to stretch your legs out, please feel free. Okay. And from here, we're going to keep it super simple again. You can grab your cushions if they're behind you and just pop them over to the other side. This is going to prepare you for a supine twist with some support. And once you're laying down, you can draw your right knee in. Really give it a little hug out wide and down to your right armpit. Nice. And then you can cross your right leg over your body. I always tuck my left hip underneath me a little as I do that. And if you've got slightly longer cushions, it's really nice to have support underneath your knee, but also underneath your inner ankle. So it's equal and level in your shin bone area. And then extend your right arm either out like a wing. Today I'm going to go bent cactus arm because I really want to feel that gorgeous tension in the pectoral area. Now in yin, you're so free with the rotation of your head. So you can either keep your skull just neutral based on the earth. You can turn your face to look away from your bent knee. And you can even turn your head towards your bent knee, which tends to be a little bit more soft and passive. absolutely love twists and spirals in all yoga. And in this style of yoga, like a yin style practice, you know, your twist doesn't need to be that long. There's so many joints up your spine. So like 2 minutes is probably a good enough hold. I most certainly wouldn't do like full 5-minute holds on either side. And before you come out, just have a little awareness, like draw your navel in and up towards your spine. Wait for your inhale breath and use your inhale to guide your knee back up to center. Exhale, place your foot on the floor. Just adjust your hips so that they're equal level to the floor. And this is it. Just lay here for a moment. Your right leg can still be bent. I can feel it right now. There's a little bit of like fluid. It's specifically on the right side of my spine. And this is when fluid is actually moving inside of your intervertebral discs. So the pause is actually quite important. Okay, and then you can pick up your cushions, just pop them over to the other side of your body. Once you've adjusted your clothing, hug your left knee toward your left armpit area. Soften the pull. Tuck your right hip under as you cross your left knee over. Put a padding support for knee and ankle. And then extend your left arm out. And decide the rotation of your head, which way you want to go. I'm going to go the soft way today because it's a Sunday and I just had a chocolate walnut cookie and a mini coffee, and it was absolutely delicious. It's really feeling, if you can, surrender your leg into the cushions. Just softening the holding. Okay, when you feel ready to come out, draw your navel toward your spine. Wait for your inhale breath. Let it be your guide. Fully indulge in your exhale as you reset, and not much to do but just lay here. Welcome to keep your left leg bent or straighten it out as you wish. From here, just a sweet little Shavasana, so you can stretch your legs, your limbs out long in the floor. And if you sit up in the same situation as I did, you can bring your cushions, one underneath each knee. It's just going to help your lower back really relax. To that magnetic, delicious pool of gravity. Oh, yum. Any sighs. It's really allowing your gorgeous, fleshy body to sink back down to earth. The pool of home, which is always there, wherever you go. Just welcoming a deep breath in through your nostrils. And any kind of sound at home. So you bend your legs one by one, just rolling over to your preferred side. Use your hands to press your body upright. Feel free to grab your same pillows and just pop them underneath your hips. And finding Sukhasana, just an easy, sweet, cross-legged seat. If it resonates for you, slide your hands really slowly up and down your legs, your quad area a few times. Your body is your greatest and longest intimate relationship. Just having a moment to signal to your body mentally, emotionally, your love, gratitude, and appreciation. Thank you, body, for carrying me through this life. Thank you for the health that I'm experiencing at this point in time. And anything specific. Thank you for my strong legs. Thank you for my peaches. Thank you for my healthy appetite. Whatever it might be, just have that moment with your own body right now. Yay, if you feel ready to blink your eyes, please do. Thank you for joining me for an impromptu Sunday on the deck session. And yeah, yin is always available to you, it doesn't have to be a 90-minute studio class. It can just be a few minutes on your bedroom floor and just that little bit of unwinding. Make some space inside so it feels good and yummy to be alive. See you next time.